this is crazy.
Yeah.
This guy's 40 years old and still can crack and still as fast as lightning.
He's still got speed that kind of compares to the average or above average speed that's out there today.
Joe Rogan reacted to Manny Pacquiao's new training footage at 46, calling it unbelievable. He said it's crazy how Pacquiao, nearing 50, still hits hard and moves like a younger fighter. His speed, power, and sharpness remain intact. Rogan was amazed at how incredible Pacquiao still looks in the ring.
He's still not normal, but he's still like a professional heavyweight boxer. He's still terrifying.
Joe Rogan says Manny Pacquiao is a whole different kind of fighter. No trash talk, no hype, just results. Even at 46, his discipline, speed, and power speak louder than words. Focused, humble, and dangerous, Pacquiao continues to prove he's still a force.
He's an interesting guy, man, because he's so friendly.
Right.
You know, like even like when people are trash talking, he's like smiling, and then he gets in that ring.
Kick your ass later.
Different fucking dude.
Right.
Once he steps through that roast, like this is a whole different set of rules he's flying with.
Like,
Yeah.
Keith Urban talking about you gonna crucify him and stuff like that, and he just
Ooh,
like,
don't say that. Yeah.
He got crucified.
Yeah, but he's
I wish you the
religious,
best.
too.
Good luck in that fight.
Recent training footage of Manny Pacquiao has reignited discussion. A short clip shows him hitting pads with sharp focus and surprising speed. His punches come in rapid combinations, and his movement hints at the elusive footwork that once frustrated top opponents. Even at 46, there's a spark in his rhythm, a clear reminder of the explosive legendary style that made him one of boxing's all-time greats. Joe Rogan has frequently expressed deep admiration for Manny Pacquiao's legendary boxing career, often highlighting his unprecedented achievement of winning world titles in 8 different weight classes. Rogan emphasized how rare and remarkable this feat is, praising not just the number of titles but also Pacquiao's incredible speed and agility for his size. He famously compared Pacquiao's legs to tanks, noting the immense power and endurance they provide. According to Rogan, this unique blend of speed, strength, and resilience made Pacquiao a one-of-a-kind fighter, capable of overwhelming elite opponents across multiple weight divisions with relentless intensity.
Greatest boxer maybe in my generation, Manny Pacquiao.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Destroyed.
Manny Pacquiao. He
Fucking
won
just
world
destroyed.
titles in 8 different weight classes. Who the fuck does that?
And the way he did it, like
Yeah.
that Cotto, I'm a huge fan of Cotto. I love the school, and the way that he beat Cotto, I didn't think nobody could ever do that to him. He was just like, bro, what the fuck?
Well, his legs. Manny's legs are like tree trunks.
Yeah. And the
It's
hand
crazy.
speed, the power.
Speed, everything.
I just always wish that the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight would have took place many, many years before than what it did.
Well, it also took place when Manny went into the fight with a fucked up shoulder. I mean, he knew his shoulder was fucked before that fight and just wanted that money and just let's see what happens.
Rogan has speculated on how explosive a fight between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather could have been if they had clashed earlier in their primes. He believes such a bout would have dominated the internet, shattered records, and captivated millions of fans worldwide. His remarks reflect not only deep admiration for Pacquiao's skill, but also recognition of his immense legacy. According to Rogan, Pacquiao is more than just a legendary boxer. He's a cultural icon whose impact and success extend far beyond the boundaries of the sport.
Some great fights never take place, or they take place too late, like Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. They fought too late. I mean, if that fight could have been arranged by Riyadh Season, they probably would have
In their
caught them
prime.
both in their prime, and it would have been chaos.
Yeah, man he was done before that. It was
Yeah,
over.
and he also had a blown shoulder going into the fight.
Yeah.
He needed shoulder surgery before the fight even started.
Combat analyst Ryan Campbell offers a thoughtful perspective on Manny Pacquiao's return to the ring at 46. He acknowledges the challenge of facing a younger, stronger opponent like Mario Barrios, but draws parallels to George Foreman's legendary comeback. Campbell emphasizes that age isn't always the deciding factor in boxing. History has proven that veteran fighters can summon one final burst of greatness in a single, unforgettable performance.
The 8-division world champion. He'll be inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame next month. And then in July, BC's going to come out of retirement. Why now?
Well, it also took place in Manny went into the fight with a fucked up shoulder. I mean, if that fight could have been arranged by Riyadh Season, they probably would have caught them both in their prime, and it would have been chaos. Yeah, and he also had a blown shoulder going into the fight.
Why now?
By the way, between those two dates, I believe he has an election coming up for a Senate position in the Philippines. So we always know that Manny is a busy man. He gets after it. He also dares to be great. And this is wild news. Look, in the boxing underground rumor mill, this has been floating around for a couple months. We just didn't know if it was going to be for real. Was Manny really going to commit to not just coming back after 4 years away, after just one fight in the last 6 years, at age 46, but to come back directly into a title fight against a young, in his prime, active champion in Mario Barrios? It's interesting theater, to say the least. It's a pay-per-view main event, reportedly for July 19th. And we know Manny Pacquiao has always brought big business, but now he's going to bring it in more of the late career George Foreman type of way to etch himself into that record book even further. Can Manny do it? I mean, look, the odds are certainly against him, but there's one thing about certain legends in this game. Think Bernard Hopkins, who fought into a very late age. Some of them, as long as they can physically get themselves into that ring, sometimes they can reproduce magic for one night. So it's a romantic situation. I got cats walking around.
Yep.
People are excited to see the Pac-Man back. You just got to kind of figure out, is this for real? Is he going to be for real? Or are we going to send him into a physical, violent retirement?
Ryan Campbell also assessed Manny Pacquiao's current physical abilities, noting that while the former champion is undeniably past his prime, he still possesses impressive speed, enough to remain competitive with many average fighters today. Although his explosiveness has faded, Campbell points out that Pacquiao's hand speed and footwork continue to give him an edge over less skilled welterweights. As Pacquiao prepares for his return, the boxing world is split. Some fans are hopeful, confident that his sharp instincts and ring IQ can still produce a strong showing. Others remain cautious, remembering his last fight 5 years ago, which lacked the dominance that once defined him. This mix of optimism and doubt captures the uncertainty of his comeback, as fans try to reconcile their admiration for Pacquiao's legacy with realistic expectations of his current.
Manny Pacquiao against Mario Barrios fight is signed, done for July of 2025. Pacquiao is 46 years old. We haven't seen him in the ring in years. Are you cool with Pacquiao against Mario Barrios?
If I was cool with Manny Pacquiao coming back and fighting Keith Thurman, I'm definitely going to be cool with this one. Barrios is not a puncher. Thurman was one of the biggest punchers in boxing. I think he's going to be just fine.
If Pacquiao wants to come back as a Hall of Famer and fight one more time, whatever. He didn't look good against Yordenis Ugas, and that was 5 years ago. We've seen him in these exhibitions looking fleshy, to say the least. It's meaningless because if Barrios wins, he's never going to fight a Boots Ennis. If Pacquiao wins, he's not going to fight anyone ever again. So I'm kind of indifferent to the whole.
Speculation is growing that the fight against Mario Barrios is just the beginning of a planned comeback for Manny Pacquiao. Rumors suggest that a win could pave the way for a blockbuster clash with Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Some believe Barrios was strategically chosen as a winnable opponent, designed to help Pacquiao regain momentum and generate hype. This type of matchmaking is common in boxing comebacks, where early bouts are used to assess a returning legend's condition.
Basically, your interpretation is that the boxing public is upset because they believe Pacquiao's going to beat Barrios, which is going to lead to a Tank Pacquiao fight?
Yes, look around. Look in the Discord. That's what everybody, Pac and Tank, that's being set up. Tank and Pac.
Okay, so they saying Barrios is the setup for Tank and Pac. I didn't see that, but your argument makes sense. If he beats Barrios, there's nothing wrong with him fighting Tank. But the issue is he don't deserve the Barrios fight off of 3 years off and a loss to Ugas.
And that's Crimea River, man. That's what boxing is. But longer deserve a Canelo fight.
Gervonta Tank Davis has a 6 to 7 fight deal with the PBC and Amazon for $200 million. That's like $30 million a fight. All right. He also has a fight date for November. El Rayo team has said they're not fighting this year, so he's not the guy. So the question is, who is the guy who is willing to fight Tank by November and can build the fight into a fight worth $30 million? Y'all must be out y'all minds if y'all think that Manny Pacquiao versus Gervonta Tank Davis isn't a huge fight. That'll probably be his biggest fight ever. Y'all know that's a big fight because The boxing fan today, they know Tyson, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez. That's who they know.
One of the most powerful elements of Pacquiao's comeback is his pursuit of the WBC welterweight title, the same belt that marked his rise to global stardom early in his career. This full-circle journey adds a poetic touch, transforming the fight into more than just a comeback. It's a symbolic attempt to reclaim the title that started it all.
Dr. News told onto your gloves, boxing fans, rumors are true. Manny Pacquiao is stepping back into the ring. At 46 years old, the Filipino legend is taking on WBC welterweight champ Mario Barrios this July. But here's the kicker. Pacquiao's first world title was as a flyweight, and now he wants to retire as the WBC welterweight champ. Talk about a career comeback, but can the PacMan turn back time? He hasn't been in top form lately, while Barrios is coming off a tough draw. Will Pacquiao's experience triumph over youth, or is this one fight too far? Either way, July is shaping up to be an explosive month for boxing. Pacquiao's rolling the dice one last time. Will he make history as the oldest welterweight champ ever? Get ready for a showdown that'll have you on the edge of your seat.
Despite his age and time away from the ring, many experts and fans believe Manny Pacquiao still possesses the skills to defeat Mario Barrios. His legendary career, marked by victories over some of boxing's all-time greats, fuels confidence in his abilities. A win wouldn't just enhance his legacy, it could also silence critics who question if he still belongs at the sport's highest level.
Manny Pacquiao to do something, any fighter to do incredible stuff, I will bet that Manny Pacquiao be the guy. And that's why he's one of the GOATs of the sport of boxing. No, probably the GOAT, arguably. Alright? Manny Pacquiao could beat Mario Barrios. Now, Mario Barrios is good. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to, devalue Mario Barrios, but Manny Pacquiao is just a special fighter, special human being, a freak of nature. I like I said in the beginning, if these guys could do it, I believe that Manny Pacquiao could do it. He lives a wholesome life. He lives a sober life. He doesn't party around and stuff like that unless he's with the wife. He's a family man. He's a God-fearing man. And look, just like George Foreman was a God-fearing man who was living a clean life and stuff like that.
Mario Barrios and his team are approaching the fight with seriousness and confidence. Barrios' coach has publicly stated they're preparing as if facing Pacquiao in his prime, showing deep respect for the legendary Filipino boxer. Barrios himself is known for thriving on challenges and never backing down, making this matchup a high-stakes test for both fighters. This determined mindset guarantees Barrios will be fully motivated and ready to face whatever Pacquiao brings to the ring.
They presented us, with this opportunity, and he said, you know what, I'll bite now for it one more time. And then from there, obviously we had a tough loss, but it was a competitive fight. And his first fight at 147 pounds, he goes on and takes on Keith Thurman. No tune-ups, no getting used to the thing. Goes at that point is about as good as you can get in the division, and took on that. So he takes on all comers, all challenges. His first world title against Batirov, the Russian, is about as tough as you could have done at the time. And so I think he's earned the right now to be in the biggest, best possible fights. And now it's going to be up to Al Heyman and Louis DeCubas Jr. on what they see is best and fit for his career, whether that's, Pacquiao's fence, if that's a unification with Boots in it. That'll be up to them, but I do know one thing about Mario Barrios.
Pacquiao's advisor Sean Gibbons revealed that choosing to fight Mario Barrios was deliberate and symbolic. Since Barrios holds the WBC title, the bout directly connects to Pacquiao's historic legacy with the organization. Gibbons explained that regaining the WBC belt would create a powerful bookend to Pacquiao's legendary career, making this fight more than just another match. It's a closing chapter in one of boxing's greatest stories.
We have Sean Gibbons here, Manny Pacquiao's right-hand man, advisor, head of MP Promotions. Sean, I know you spent a lot of time with Manny Pacquiao over recent weeks and months. There's a lot of conversations about Manny's comeback. What is the latest that you could offer and an update around the potential matchup with Mario Barrios?
Well, the latest is Manny's fighting an exhibition on the 28th in Japan. So, you don't want to really look past that. But if he's successful there, Mario Barrios, we talked about Conor Benn, which I believe was a great fight. That would have been a tremendous fight. We could have done it in England, we could have done it in the US, we could have done it in Rehab season. But the fact that he wasn't able to come off the suspension, that put the brakes on that. So that brought us to Mario Barrios. He's the WBC World Champion. Manny's first belt ever, many years ago, was a WBC belt. So I think it would have been a great story and a very winnable fight.
Manny Pacquiao's career achievements are unmatched. He has won 12 major world titles and held lineal championships in 4 weight classes, from flyweight to super lightweight. Remarkably, Pacquiao is the only boxer to capture world titles across 4 decades, demonstrating rare longevity. His 25 pay-per-view fights have generated over $1.22 billion in revenue, highlighting his enduring popularity and immense drawing power in boxing.
Queen boxing legend Manny Pacquiao leads ESPN's list of top 25 Asian athletes of the 21st century. The 8th Division World Boxing Champ bested the likes of Chinese basketball icon Yao Ming and Japanese baseball superstar Ichiro Suzuki, who finished 2nd and 3rd respectively. Completing the top 5 are Korean football star Song Hong-min and Japanese-American Naomi Osaka. Also making the list, the Philippines' first ever Olympic gold medal winner, weightlifter Heidelin Diaz, and the PBA's 7-time PBA MVP, Junmar Fajardo.
The office of the Vice President confirms Sara Duterte is abroad on a personal trip.
In 2021, Manny Pacquiao announced his retirement from boxing to focus on his political career in the Philippines. He ran for president in 2022 but was unsuccessful. Despite this setback, Pacquiao stayed active in public life as a senator and devoted himself to various philanthropic efforts. His boxing retirement marked the end of an era but didn't lessen his influence beyond the ring. When Pacquiao announced his return to boxing after several years of inactivity, it surprised fans and experts alike, sending waves through the sports world and reigniting excitement about his legacy.
2015, remember that one. Pacquiao is now planning to run for president in his native Philippines this upcoming May. But Shannon, how will you remember Manny as a boxer?
Historically, great fighter.
Good for you.
The only fighter to win 8 world titles. I mean, he started out boxing, he was 106 pounds, won a title at, I think, 112, and went all the way up to
108 first.
Went all the way up to 154.
It's impossible. It's just...
I don't believe, I feel very comfortable to say, I don't believe we'll ever see that again, Skip.
We'll never see it again.
And it wasn't like he was fighting bum. When you go back and look at Marco Antonio Barrera and Eric Morales and Oscar Larios and De La Hoya and Hatton and Cotto, Margarita Mosley, Timothy Bradley, Mayweather. Skip. I mean, what do you got to say? He was a champion in 4 different decades.
Yep.
Fighter of the year. First ballot Hall of Fame. He's great. He fought everybody. Whenever.
WBC President Mauricio Sullivan confirmed all approvals are in place for Pacquiao to compete for the welterweight title again. However, not everyone welcomes his return. Critics argue that fighting at 46 is risky and question whether Pacquiao's motivation is truly about legacy or financial gain. Many compare this comeback to Floyd Mayweather's recent exhibitions, suggesting it feels more like a spectacle than serious competition. This situation highlights broader debates about aging legends returning to boxing and the delicate balance between honoring a legacy and risking one's reputation.
WBC President Mauricio Sullivan has said Mario Barrios will face Manny Pacquiao this July. That's some crazy shit, bro. That's some crazy news. Manny Pacquiao is 46 years of age. He's making his return to the ring. And he said he wants to go out with a bang. He wants to finish his career as a champion. That's some crazy shit. Manny Pacquiao's professional record currently stands at 62 wins, 39 of those coming via knockout, 8 losses and 2 draws. Manny Pacquiao has one of the most impressive CVs in the sport of boxing. Just take a look at from 09 Ricky Hatton all the way up until here. There's so many names: Timothy Bradley, Manuel Marquez, Shane Mosley, Joshua Cloteley, Miguel Cotto, Floyd Mayweather, Jesse Vargas. Like, there's so many names on this list. You know what I'm saying? Let's take a look at Mario Barrios' record. 29 wins, 18 of those coming via knockout, 2 losses and 1 draw on his resume. What do I make of this fight? I don't know, you know. I mean, listen, this is a young man's sport. I asked myself, Manny Pacquiao, why do you want to come back and fight a younger fighter? You know what I mean? Mario Barrios, who is the current champion, the WBC champion. Why? What have you got to prove? You've proven everything throughout your career. So I don't know what to say, but anyways, let me know in the comment section what you guys think, and watch a clip of the president of WBC, Mauricio Sullivan, talk about this.
As of now, Mario Barrios is the WBC champion, so who is he mandated to fight next? Do you have to make that decision yet?
Well, at this time, Mario Barrios is going to fight Manny Pacquiao in July.
he wants to retire as WBC champion, so he's fighting in the welterweight division.
Why does he come out of retirement and get a WBC title shot in his first fight?
Because it's something that WBC has respected. Sugar Ray Leonard was retired 4 years when he requested to fight Marvin Hagler and defeated Hagler. So we do have that provision in the rules. A legendary champion with the credentials such as Manny Pacquiao. He has been medically cleared, licensed by Nevada, so we have voted in favor to allow that fight to happen.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned for more updates.